Guys, I can't see you.
The hell are you wearing?
Him? Dude, I don't know what was your plan, but your mask looks like pudding or something that came out of your butt more than anything else.
At least it's not two dildos on head like your costume, but I'm not kink-shaming. I think it's extremely cool that you experiment with your sexuality, and Billy approves.
Those are horns.
Yeah, well, about that, I initially ordered a Michael Myers mask from some random site, but I didn't bother to check the size. And it's for kids, so it's too small and it's pressing really hard on my skin, and it might get bad enough to the point where I will just take it off, but I'm going to try and hold on as of now.
I thought a multi-billionaire could afford a better quality mask.
Okay, now what the fuck is this mask? Now tell me who you ordered it from right now. I'm going to sue the shit out of them for making profits out of my image.
I still can't see anything.
It's the best that I'll be headlining this tier list because Donald and Joe headlined almost all of our tier lists so far, and neither George nor Bill have enough familiarity with those franchises.
That's just simply not true. I have rewatched the entire Human Centipede trilogy countless times.
Meh, I'm fine with that. I don't really care that much about Halloween. I just enjoy all the treats because I have a sweet tooth. But the Christmas is where it's at. Nothing is better than going to the shopping mall on a snowy, cold day, hearing all the cheesy, albeit legendary Christmas songs, and just circling it the entire day thinking what your loved ones will be happy with as the Christmas gifts.
Yeah, sure, but let's not talk about that right now. This month we dedicate to Halloween. We will go on Christmas rants pretty soon, since after Halloween passes, we will have just 1 month of regular stuff, and then we can roll the Christmas videos again. Mafia ones are always the best performing ones, so who knows? Maybe we will set some record this year. But it's not the time, so let's get to the first franchise, which is Resident Evil, and I think it's fair to judge it by all media, not just the games or just the movies, so overall it's a B tier. I really enjoy the games, don't get me wrong, but I am more of a Silent Hill guy, and while the movies were surprisingly good, considering video game movies are usually bad, it still falls flat when compared to some bangers on this list.
Can you stop being such a pansy? You are the type of person to rank something in D tier, but then say that it's still cool to not offend the snowflakes. Stand on your fucking opinion and grow some balls.
What are you on about? I ranked it B tier. That doesn't mean it's bad, it's just not the best or very good. You can enjoy something that's just good, can't you?
Oh, heck yeah. Now we get to my favorite. Barry, you have to rank this masterpiece S tier, or I will rizz up Michelle. I can sacrifice myself for this banger.
Oh, you're disgusting and delusional, but just to have Michelle not be harassed by you, I will put it up there. It's not worth her time.
Great example, Barry. You just showed that bitching and directly blackmailing someone will give you everything in life. That's the leftist way of achieving your dreams.
Would you stop making everything political? We are here to talk about some horror franchises, and next up we have easily one of the most iconic in history. I don't really have anything else to say. It's easily an S tier.
Oh yeah, I love that game, and we should play that again sometimes in the future.
What game? Oh, you mean like that Dead by Daylight clone that we played for a bit back in 2018? Yeah, it was cool, but I don't even know if the servers are up anymore, and Dead by Daylight offers way more to play with. And I have a question to whoever arranged this list. What the hell is Scary Movie doing here?
It's kinda in the title, ain't it? It's literally a movie that happens to be scary.
George, I don't think you know what you are talking about. Scary Movie is a film series that takes all the iconic horror movie tropes and cliches and then spins it just enough so it's comedic. I'm pretty sure you watched it with us many times and you just don't remember the name.
It was that movie where a guy got rolled into a carpet and smoked by a marijuana plant?
Yes, precisely. Glad I could remind you.
Was it that movie where a guy went to Glory Hole and got penetrated in the skull via his ears by the guy with the mask from Scream?
That's a ugh. Well, I don't think you're wrong, but you didn't have to bring it up.
Nah, he definitely did. It's kind of his role in the squad by now.
Okay, but let me get back to rankings, because we are 4 minutes in the video, and we barely started the ranking. So, okay, Scary Movie will go into A tier. I enjoyed it very much, but it cannot simply go up to S with the all-time greats, simply because it's not an actual horror. Alien go in there as well, because while it's a great franchise with a very loyal fan base and complex lore, it doesn't really feel like a Halloween horror, but like a regular sci-fi movie that is just very grim.
Uh-oh, we have a movie about Donald next.
Did you just call me a fucking blob, you decrepit zombie-looking fuck?
Wait, I thought you couldn't see through that mask.
I was waking up from my nap and I forgot that I still had my eyes closed, but now we're all good in the hood, Georgie.
Damn. I knew dementia got you good, but I didn't think it was possible for it to get as bad.
That's what tends to happen when a 900 years old elder get dementia.
Rapidly moving from that, I know generally that this franchise is out there and exists, but I never even watched it. So from my lack of knowledge, I have to put it in C tier since nothing really goes in there most of the time. So it'll be a good balance. And as for Children of the Corn, I don't know, it always looked like a weird-ass franchise to me, and I don't remember anything much than a crowd of kids emerging from the cornfield and looking at me menacingly, so I don't have good memories with it. D tier. Jaws shouldn't really be considered a horror movie, but more of action than anything else, so then again, we have something that just does not belong here. And, well, I am not a fan, so B tier is warranted. The Ring is S tier if we include all the original Japanese stuff, which I assume we do. And then Ouija, or however you spell it, I only know how the board works and never saw any movie about it, so I'm going to assume it's tragic. And for the concept of the board alone, I'm going to give it an A tier.
Now let me introduce to you the phenomenal movie, which is Paranormal Activity. The plot is that some weird shit is happening in the night in the houses and they capture it on camera and blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares. But the kicker is that the budget for this movie was only $15,000, since both main actors only got paid $500 and the rest went to cameras and stuff. Because it was a small indie project, they spent virtually no money on advertising before all you smartasses in the comments tried to get smart with me, and it didn't start off in the cinema. Oh, no, it was in small cinemas, maybe local theaters and stuff, but people who went to it enjoyed it so much, and so many people started just this chain reaction of sharing this movie with people that they organized entire groups of movement where they demanded theater chains to bring this movie to their screens, and that's how they turned $15,000 of investment into a near $200 million of revenue. That's 13,000 times the investment. So yeah, it's a no-brainer, S tier.
Yeah, but you didn't even touch on the story at all. Are we really going to rate it off that fact alone and to S tier out of all places?
It impressed me more than any other lousy movie from here, so I'd say so. Also, it gained so much money with such a little production value just because people liked it so much they organized entire movements. Doesn't that say enough about how good it was?
I can give you that rating. I'm actually surprised you didn't mention The Pick right after because The Purge was so successful commercially. I even was thinking about this with Joe when I was president. We even recorded the entire announcement and set the rules, but we never actually pulled it off, thankfully. But yeah, I won't put it anywhere else than C tier. If you want me to rate a Halloween franchise highly without it being scary, you need to make a Paranormal Activity level success with no budget or scary movie level iconic status, but it has been around only for, 12 years or something, and it already died out, and not like recently, it died years ago. So I don't really think we will look back at this in 10 years' time and say, oh man, what a slapper that was.
We say that about everything, but then we look back at it and we miss it. Remember how we hated 2016 and called it the worst year ever because of the celebrity deaths and wished for there to never repeat that year? Yeah, now we look back at it and we remember the Rio de Janeiro Instagram filter and no copyright music tracks. But yeah, we touched on that in our Golf with Your Friends game for the September. So if you want to hear that nostalgic rant, go visit those videos where we played on a dumbass map from Counter-Strike.
No, I'm leaving nostalgic talk instantly because I don't want to start crying in the middle of video, especially when I'm finally headlining a tier list. So I'm just going to do a speed round. And I see so many S tiers, it's insane. But again, there are non-horror movies here. But either way, all of it up until The Dentist goes to the S tier. I know that it sounds insane, but I don't know what absurd arguments I could even make to push those franchises lower.
Dentist also goes to the S tier. I'm scared of those psychos. Once when Jill took me, he started drilling the shit out of my teeth, so I pulled of a move from Heavy Rain.
That's probably because last time you flossed or even brushed your teeth was 1700s.
Wait, I'm confused. If they scare you so much, wouldn't The Dentist go to D tier?
It's a horror tier list, so I think scariest thing should be at the top.
I might be uncultured, but I legitimately haven't seen this neither, so I can't help but to bring it to C tier. And then again, some would argue for The Shining being on S tier, but I think the pacing is extremely weird and uncomfortable. So I'd say B tier, and The Dracula is absolute S tier of horrors. If you watch the original movie, it will keep you hooked until the end. That's how good it is. And it's unironically the scariest movie out of all that you see here. Absolute S tier. In fact, I think that the entire movie is available fully for free on YouTube because it's no longer under copyright.
You absolute nincompoop. You're thinking of Nosferatu, which is actually in public domain, and it's not original Dracula, but rather fan adaptation of the novel. And yeah, it is, in fact, a very scary one, but I met the guy somewhere around 1900th, and I gotta say, I could whoop his ass, so I'm just not scared of this movie because I always see his face.
Oh crap, you're right. But yeah, if you plan to go to the toilet in the middle of the night, better not watch this movie because you will start seeing him in your hallway.
Shout out K31 owner, I suppose.
Jacob Bowling.
And Zuber Sandwich, we hope to see you in next video. and we actually reached some new audience because we gained more subs recently. So if you are new here, we post stuff like that twice a week, and we have a huge library of videos, so you know what to do. If you are already a fan for quite some time, please consider joining our membership program where we offer various plans for all wallets, and you have some cool emojis and badges. But yeah, that's basically about it. See ya.
Subscribe to Oval Office Gaming right now, or Barack will go get your oil with his drones.